there are a lot of things that, in my personal opinion, has to be discovered, and we are doing it. So we moved there because we were motivated, very motivated to move in Giza, because Giza is very important for humanity.
And you go for it.
The past, no? Who we are, who are we? Because in my personal opinion, people, when they born, we don't know who we are. We are here and we don't know anything about our past, our history, and who we are.
Truly. And it really, Egypt is the center of the debate. If humans have collective amnesia and we don't remember who we are, Egypt is the center of the epicenter of that kind of discussion, because you have people on the one hand like Robert Bauval and Graham Hancock and Robert Schoch, who since the 90s have been saying very interesting things about, possibly limestone damage on the Sphinx, and, a lot of these structures possibly dating back to, pre what we think of as kind of, the Egyptian kingdoms.
Yeah.
Talking about their mapping to, precessions and to Orion's belt at the time of 10,500, when they think maybe the Sphinx was built. And you have subterranean chambers in that area as well. You have Zahi Hawass, the Minister of Culture, famously debating them and trying to suppress a lot of this information, but admitting that there are some chambers down there. He even went down in certain cases, and then it's often, nothing to see here, don't dig further. So it is this, and then if you think about Western civilization, the Greeks got a lot from the Egyptians, and Egypt, pre-Egypt, you have Sumeria, you have a couple of other cultures we know less about, but Egypt was far more advanced than a lot of, what was preceding it. And so it's this really interesting, seminal place to look, I think.
I agree with you. In my personal opinion, they were far advanced with respect to others. We can see it how they used to cut the stones very precisely, like that. I don't know if you went I went for the first time in the Serapeu of Saqqara. That's something very amazing. You see these huge, how you say, not sarcophagus. They are let's call them sarcophagus, but they are not sarcophagus. Very precisely, very heavy. And so the first thing I can say, how they built them, how they transported them down in that site, we don't know anything about those things.
Yeah, it's taking, quartz from 500 miles away. It's we don't know how that works. We don't know how you get.
And also today, it's a problem to transport those heavy masses.
Right.
All that distance from a part to another one.
Even today, it would be hard.
Today.
And we're talking about 10, 20, 30 ton stones, that it's just, and they do in some cases look like they were lathed or something. They were like, even modern techniques of civil engineering wouldn't be able to recreate some of these things. So it's just really amazing. Like, do you have, for example, like the pyramids, do you have a good theory on how they were built?
Very, very interesting question. Personally, my own theory, I don't have my own theory on to saying how they were built, those huge structures. Just to tell you, 2 weeks ago, I went for the first time in Egypt. So I appreciate in person the pyramids. I went inside the pyramids, and I was very amazing for the first time. How they built those huge structures, I don't know. Really, I don't know. And before the study that we did, so I'm saying this for me. Maybe people used to ask in themselves how they could realize those huge structures, no? The technology that they used to use for these pyramids. And if we consider also the structure that is underneath, what can we say about this?
What do you think? What can we say?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Really, I don't know.
Because Armando Mai, who you've collaborated with, has some interesting ideas
Yeah.
as to maybe the function of these pyramids.
Yes, Armando, we speak about this every day with Armando, with Corrado, and we speak also with Christopher Dunn, that has a lot of theories, no, about energy plants or other kinds of purposes about the pyramids. In my personal opinion, now is time to stay all together and work on a common purpose. We have to go and see in person what there is underneath.
I think Christopher Dunn's ideas are fascinating, that it's some sort of solid state electron generator, and it can it has waveguides for microwave transmission, and maybe it was hydrogen generator or something. It's really interesting, and I don't know what to make of it, but it seems very rigorous and smart in terms of like the
Yeah.
way he thinks about it. Um, do you think that there's something possibly there, because you have his work preceding the scans that you found,
Yes.
where he's hypothesizing all of this stuff, and then you essentially find what looks like an energy grid. It looks like coils wrapping around these sort of possibly charged rods or
Yes.
something. That's what it looks like.
Yes, I thanks a lot Christopher Dunn, because he endorsed our research. So I am very thankful to him, because I knew him in person. He's really wonderful person, and so I thank him. Yes, I agree with him, because I think he was the first person that gave this theory about energy power plant or something related to information. Let's say information.
You have a very fascinating hypothesis as to what the pyramid, or theory, as to what the pyramid actually was.
Well, my first book pretty much describes what I thought it was in 1998, which was a power plant. The book is entitled The Giza Power Plant. I describe it as an electron harvester.
And I agree with him. What can I say personally? Personally, I can say that this structure, the tubes that are going below the earth, the pyramid, are something related to information. Information.
From the stars?
I can't say anything about this.
Why do you think information?
Information, because also generating energy is a kind of information. Information is everything. I tell you. And in all this technical compound, there is, in my personal opinion, an actor that it is always present. You know what it is?
What?
Water. Water. Water is the principal actor that is related to all these structures.
What role? Why do you say that? What role does water play in the pyramids?
Yes. Water, when flows, maybe let's say on the pipes, like that, it generates a certain information in terms of vibration that is very precise, because water is an important stuff of life that is present on the earth a lot, no? The earth is full of water. We are water. And so the pyramids and the water are connected together.
And when you say generates information,
I tell you.
Yeah.
You know that we are made of water.
80% or something.
I think more.
Maybe more.
It depends on how you are watching your percentage. I tell you. In terms of mass of the molecules, I agree with you, 80%. But in terms of moles, it means number of molecules. We are 98 or 99%.
Whoa.
It means that 1% of number of molecules have the weight of the 20% that you said before. Okay? In terms of number of molecules that is composed our body, we are 99% of water.
H2O.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So that's very important.
That's extremely interesting.